Grand Rising family, how goes it? How is everybody? I hope you guys are having a really great day. I said I was going to be releasing videos every Wednesday, so I am trying to keep my word. And I'm down here at the park with my kids. So, you know, if y'all see these clouds behind me, right? So I want to get this done before it starts raining and we get out of here. I did a live this morning on Facebook, and I mean, like early in the morning. I never go live that early, but I did it pretty early because I just woke up with some things like weighing on me, and I needed to share them because Spirit is like, you know, get this out, right? So I woke up with this really heavy feeling. The energy has been really funky lately. People are feeling it. I've had coaching clients that are like, I am angry and I don't know why, like I'm mad at the world. Every little thing is bothering me. I've had other people, you know, that just people that come for readings and things like that. They're trying to figure things out. And when I get into the readings, I'm seeing like people being in a fog, like in a dense gray fog. And it's like there's stress, there's chaos, there's all kinds of things going on around them. But if you know, when I'm looking at the energy lines coming in and stuff like that, and I'm seeing like it's things that's being pushed to the surface, and it's not necessarily your stuff all the time. Somebody around you may have things being pushed to the surface, and of course we're all like connected in some way. So you know, when they're being affected by something, their energy is affecting you. You know, it's there's different things, and if you're an empath, you are catching it right now. So I get that. The thing that I'm supposed to remind people of, and you will hear me say this a lot because it just comes up a lot, you know, is making sure that you're keeping your vibrations high, you're staying in your gratitude space. Is it possible to stay all light and love and rainbows and sprinkles all the time? No. Hell no. I'll be the first to tell you that is not the case. Even though, you know, I usually give you guys high energy, right? I usually am like Miss Positivity and Ray of Sunshine when I'm on these videos most of the time. But that's not reality. That is, don't think for a second that I don't get in my feelings, I don't get angry, I don't get attitudes, I don't like spiritually snatch people's wigs, because it happens to everybody. That's just what it is, okay? But you want to try to control things. You don't want to. I don't anyway. I don't want my vibrations to come down here. I don't want my energy to be like ugh. Because what you give out is what you're pulling back to you. That's like that's the law of attraction, right? And we talk a lot about manifestation in the conscious creator circle. I don't want to be attracting negative gunk. I don't want to be attracting negative energies. I don't want to be attracting none of that, right? So I try to keep my vibrations up. I allow it when I'm feeling stuff. I tell coaching clients and stuff, you know, that's a part of shadow work. When you feel it, notice those triggers. What's it trying to teach you? What message are you getting? What is it trying to tell you? What are you being shown? You know, all of these little triggers are showing you places that you need to heal. You know, it may be showing you an issue that's coming up. It may be a message that you are getting from your ancestors or from spirit or from your angels or whoever it is that you work with. It may be a message for you. And that's what it's trying to show you. But ask yourself those questions so you can kind of figure out what it is. Is it okay for you to DM me and we work through it? Sure. Sure. But you can ask yourself those questions. And this is an exercise in learning how to listen and how to trust yourself, right? Because we talk all the time about that too. I tell you all the time that learn to trust yourself, trust your own messages, right? So there's that. And I don't know, I was just seeing it this morning that things are going to get heavier. They're going to get more dense. I mean, we're in this last quarter of the year has started new with October. Happy October, right? We're in this last quarter of the year where Pluto's got a job to do, and it's doing its job. It's pushing things up from the root and pushing it to the surface. And we're being, it's like crunch time. You know what I mean? Like, The first of the year is coming around and we're beginning the new year karmic debt free. Everything is clear. We're golden. But it's like, okay, those of us that have been on healing journeys already, those people that have been working on clearing out things and healing things and just, you know, generally wanting to expand, to elevate, to evolve, to transform. Those people that have been on those journeys, you may be feeling it like real hard right now or feeling some extra. And yeah, you might feel that for a little bit, but this is like Pluto trying to help you get there, right? You are already on that journey. Nobody said that all of your healing had to be completed by the time the new cycle started. It wasn't about the completion so much as it was about, where's your focus? You know, where's your focus? Where's your intent? What improvements are you trying to make? Where are you trying to get to? And Saturn and Jupiter and Pluto, you know, they're responding to that. Yeah, there's always time to heal. And that's what's happening to a lot of people right now. It's a part of the growth. It's a part of the elevation. It's a part of the expansion. Don't forget that. I mean, because I've had some people that have messaged and been like, listen, the universe is against me. Everything hates me right now. Like, what is going on? That's not what it is. It's not what it is. Take it as growth. Take it as, that's the only way that you grow, is by overcoming challenges, right? The only way that you heal is if you have a wound in the first place. And every one of these wounds is an opportunity for growth, for improvement, for expansion and elevation and transformation. Transformation is like one of my favorite words this year. I've been saying from the beginning of the year that this year is about healing and transformation. That has been like my message, right? And I know it applied to a lot of people. It definitely applied to me. A lot of healing, a lot of transformation happening. And it's not quite over. We've still got this last 3 months of the year to go, right? So things are popping up. Stay in your high vibrations as much as you can. You know, I'm not saying don't allow the feelings when they come, because that's the only way you learn from them, is if you feel them. But like, observe the feelings, observe the emotions. Don't become them though. Don't like take them in. Like, you hear people that say, I'm so, man, I am. You see that meme going around all the time. I am is two of the most powerful words, because it is. Whatever you claim and take into yourself, you're manifesting that. You're manifesting that. That's your new reality. You don't want to claim anything negative. Observe it though. Find out what's going on right there. Okay, I'm getting angry about this thing right here, but why really though? Because oftentimes it's not the immediate thing that you're dealing with. It's not the immediate thing that's getting you so angry. There's a trigger there. There's some underlying thing. Figure that part out. Ask those questions and figure that part out. What happens, you know, when there's chaos and when there's turmoil and stress and just, it's like things are just swirling out of control around you? What happens when you allow the stress to overtake you, when you get just allow yourself to get bogged down in it and you react from that space? What happens? You add to the chaos, you increase the stress. Things don't take a turn for the better. It just gets worse and worse and worse, right? And that's the big thing that I keep hearing today, is like, things are going to get harder. There's going to be more pressure. Things are going to get, it's going to be more. Look at these clouds behind me, man. It's going to look like this. It's going to look like this before the sun comes out and things get bright again. It's going to get worse before it gets better. That's just what it is. But I feel like how much worse is really going to depend on every individual person. It's going to depend on how you take it in, how you respond to it, how you react to it. That's what it is. You know, so that's the purpose of the message. The wind is blowing. I don't know if that's gonna mess up you guys being able to hear me okay. I'm appreciative though, because I'm in Florida and it's hot. Just you know, do what you have to do to try to keep your vibrations up. If you don't have a spiritual foundation, start one. Get started. I am gonna do an entire video on starting a spiritual foundation, but I will tell you that some of the things from my courses and from my webinars, some of the things that I always start people off with are gratitude statements. It's like one of the first assignments is list 10 things that you are grateful for. And when a person, I'm telling you, when a person is really, really bogged down with stuff, when things are really chaotic and stressful, I mean, I've had people that can't think of 3 things that they're grateful for. They're just, you know, they can't see past what's happening. They can't see it, right? And that's normal. That's normal. I don't want anybody to feel bad about that, because it's normal. All right, but you try. And what ends up happening is, I always say come up with those 10 things, because even if you can only find 2 or 3, if you continue to do it, if you write it down in a journal, I like the idea of writing it down in a journal because you can look back. But if you continue to do it, and if you write it down and you do it daily, what you start to notice rather quickly actually is that you start thinking of more and more and more things for you to be grateful for. And what happens when you do that? You change your perspective. You change your perception. You start to focus on those things, which means that you have affected your own energy. You've changed your energy to a positive, like gratitude helps you to be open to receive. So you've changed your perception and your attitude to being receptive to things, right? And you're attracting more positive. The more you find to be thankful for, the more comes to you for you to be thankful for. The other thing that I always recommend is getting into the habit of saying positive affirmations. Sometimes we got to remind our own selves. We can be, that self-sabotage, that's a real thing, okay? We can be our own biggest critic, our own worst enemy, our own obstacle and challenge and downfall. We can be all of that all by ourselves. But guess what? It can work in the opposite as well. We can be our biggest cheerleader. We can be our biggest advocate, our biggest support space. Like, you got that little voice in the back of your head, use it. You know, we can be our own biggest like motivator, our own biggest inspiration. We can push ourselves. And yes, it's always nice to have it from the outside, but we can do that for ourselves. And sometimes we have to do it for ourselves. All right. So get into the habit of saying those positive affirmations, and listen, state your affirmations in I am type of ways. I am, I have, I receive. None of this I want, I need, I wish, I hope. You do not want to always be in a state of wanting, wishing, hoping, needing. Claim it as though it already is. State it as though it already is, because you're a conscious creator. You're creating your own reality. You are a master manifester, right? You're the architect of your own life. I say that all the time, and I mean it. You are the architect of your own life. You got this. Okay? So let's keep those keep the vibrations up. Meditate. Meditation teaches you focus. It is not about clearing your mind. It is about teaching you focus. Meditation teaches you focus, and that's filters over into so many aspects of life, you know, but especially right now, what I'm specifically talking about is the way that things feel right now, how this energy is just crazy. Having those three things in space, well, in place and in your practice and in your routine will help you so much. Okay, I am going to do a whole other video about meditation because it's just so much to it. I'm going to do a whole other video about that, but right now, for the purposes of this video, make sure you have a foundation, make sure you have a routine, make sure you have things. If it's not those particular things, just make sure that you have things in your spiritual toolbox that can help you keep your vibrations up. Remember to stay in that gratitude space so it keeps those vibrations up. Okay, I want to see everybody come out of the other side of this with like glowing, wonderful stories, because I love it. I love it. Some of you that have been with me from the other page and on Facebook and things like that, they'll tell you. People call and share success stories with me. I be celebrating too. I celebrate with you because I'm all about that empowerment and growth and freedom, that liberation. Like, yes. So that's the message that I got today, and I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. I hope it benefits. And of course, if I can be of assistance, if you need a reading, if you want to do coaching, you know, whatever can help you. If you need the healing services, you can email me with Love Asé, ASE, at gmail.com. I'm going to put the information in the bottom. You want just like daily support, daily reminders and affirmations and just the general things, encouragement and things, come join me on Facebook on the Asé page. Come join the Conscious Creator Circle. Okay, come over and do some things. Get into the community and get what you need. That's what we're there for. All right. I am going to go before it rains on my head. Wishing you all the very, very best with love. Asé.